Hello, it is Renee from Atom Gates. I am the GM. We have got Machabo here, our project hustler.
Hello.
And thank you for joining us. We are going to be talking on cyberbullying and schools and just awareness on our kids and what security we potentially should be reaching out to companies for. Hi, MK.
Hello.
So the reason I wanted to touch on this topic is I had a conversation with a parent last week, and of course they were like, well, what do you do? And I was like, well, I'm involved in cybersecurity, network infrastructure, wireless, and all IT. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, yay. So she's like, when are you going to come and do a talk at the school around cyberbullying, awareness, and all of that? And so I said to her, we had done one last year, but potentially we'll do one again. And she was like, what do we do to protect our kids? And it's a heavy question because what do we do?
To protect our kids.
100%. And I think it's getting so bad. We're going to be having a guest, not now, but in the next couple of weeks, who is going to be talking around personal cyber insurance for individuals, for your kids, because of how bad cyber hacking interceptions is happening. If you think about it, when your card gets hacked from a bank and you lose all your money, who's to blame? It's like, Angas, I'm not the one, you're the one.
Yep.
So again, having a conversation last week with someone, they were like, I only use my credit card because if anyone steals my money and it's on the credit card, the bank's refund it. How crazy is that? But if it's your card and you've pressed something, the money's gone. So that's a whole other topic as well. So let's go back to the kids. So MK, you've got 2 small kids.
Yep.
I've also got small kids that are not on digital platforms. If they are, they're actually off. They're not on the internet. They are shut off. So what can you advise our viewers of little things that they can do to protect their kids?
Okay, so I've always said that being in the cybersecurity space, the way, like how quick things are going digitally makes me nervous. And with that, for my kids, I need to make sure that I know everything that's going on their devices if I ever allow them to use devices. The biggest thing is that you need to always know what's going on. Kids are good at hiding stuff, so you need to have full control of their digital platforms. I think for schools also, exposing kids to digital platforms, you need to have measures in place where checks are done, like I can say on a daily basis on what's there. If it needs to be wiped, wipe it to ensure that it's safe for them to use, what information they're exposed to, and how long they're actually even exposed to that.
And for the kids who have cell phones, we again having a conversation. There's kids with type 1 diabetes who have to have their app on their phone to track where their sugar's at and all of that. And I think there are tools out there that can be put on devices that you can have flag names on WhatsApp. So if there's anything that shouldn't be spoken about or swear words or whatever, it actually flags through. So I know that Bark is a really good app for parents. And there are other ones, and I think it's the same. It's test and measure to see what works for you. I also know that Apple is now one of the first, if I'm not mistaken, so please don't quote me, but I know that Apple now, when you set it up, if you say your kid is under 16 and you're setting it up for them, that they actually have security measures in place that are inbuilt in the phone, which is incredible. Like I actually need to say it is a really good thing. And then you've also, if you are being aware of what the governments are doing all over the world, is that now in certain places, no children under 16 are allowed on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. Yes, you can lie about your name, but what I'm saying is that even the governments are really trying to put other security measures in place to help safeguard our kids. Yeah. So I think if ask the questions, if you're a non-tech family, we are in a digital world, like you can reach out to us, but ask your friends, like there are things in place to try and help and to try and mitigate. But when you're around and you are hearing that they are putting personal insurance for cybersecurity into place, it's bigger than what I think we even know about. Yeah. Because there's a lot of the actual raw data that isn't given to us of how bad it is out there.
Yeah, I think the possibility of it happening is way bigger than what we actually can even see. Yeah, and I think also not giving your kids the digital stuff up to a certain age, that's also fine, because they're actually not missing out on anything.
Do you know what my niece said the other day? She popped by and she saw our son and daughter asking for books, and all she said is, it's amazing to see a child asking for a book rather than a phone. And I'm going to pat myself on my back, because it isn't easy. It's especially when you've got older kids with friends who have all these cell phones and tablets and all these things, but rather have books and lots of books.
Yeah, rather have that. And I'm not afraid to be that mom.
Yeah,
who doesn't give their children phones or iPads. And I think that's safeguarding
100%
until a point where I can't anymore, until a point where I have to give them. But there is a lot out there that we don't know, and it's developing in a fast manner. Like the things that we see that are exposed to kids, and like the mental influence that the kids are exposed to in those platforms are way they weigh more than what we can see. Like I saw an article over the weekend where there has been something called Hangman, where it teaches kids how to hang themselves.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And now it's actually become normal that they're counting the statistics of kids who have fallen to hangman.
Well, we go into the statistics of since the digital age, how teen suicides have increased. Like, all the data is actually there. So I think as parents, but also for adolescents, so like for people in their 20s and their 30s, I actually said to my partner the other day, I said, you sit on TikTok and it's that instant, you get drawn into all these things, and it's like you've got to consciously cut it off.
Yeah.
And it's for all of us. I mean, we're in IT, and the way that it is evolving for us who understand a bit more is so fast.
Yeah.
So I think if you have questions around your personal environment, so at home, that was the other thing. It was like, how do we protect the devices that are on our home network. There are certain things to be put in place. Give us a call. Our contact details are somewhere on the bottom, and reach out to us. So whether it's for your kids, whether it's for your parents, so grandparents, they are a soft target as well.
Yeah.
And for yourself in your personal capacity, give us a shout. If we can't help you, we have people that we work with that could help. But again, rather be aware and be conscious of what digitally you are doing, and safeguard your kids. But thank you, MK.
Thank you.
Have a great day, and we will see you again.